Good morning, students. In today's lecture, we will discuss problems related to equilibrium of gases and center of pressure. First problem is a straight tube closed at one end and open at the other revolves with a constant angular velocity about an axis meeting the tube at right angles. Neglecting the action of gravity, we are to find the density of the air within the tube at any point. Let us consider AB. This is a tube which is open at the end A and closed at the end B. This tube is revolving with a constant angular velocity. Let us take that angular velocity is omega, and the axis about which the tube is revolving, that we have taken as the line OZ. Now let us take a point P at a distance r from OZ. Then at this point P, the pressure is given by dP is equal to rho omega square r dr, where this r is the distance of point P from O. Now the pressure P, that is given by K into rho. Now we can divide these two equations. We get dP upon P is equal to omega square r dr upon K. Now we can integrate here. We get log of P is equal to omega square r square upon 2K plus log of C. This log C we have taken as constant of integration. Now from here, log P minus log C, that will be omega square r square upon 2K. So we get P is equal to C into e raised to the power omega square r square upon 2K. Now to find the value of this constant C, because the end A of the tube, that is open, and at the open end the value of pressure, that will be same as the atmospheric pressure. So if we consider distance OA to be A, then we can say that when r is equal to the length A, then the value of pressure, that is atmospheric pressure. So from here we can find the value of C, because atmospheric pressure pi is equal to C into e raised to the power omega square A square upon 2K. From here we have obtained the value of C, which is pi into e raised to the power minus omega square A square upon 2K. The symbol pi we have used for atmospheric pressure. Now we can put the value of this C here. We get the value of pressure, which is given by pi into e raised to the power omega square into r square minus A square upon 2K. Now because we are to find the density of air within the tube at any point, so by using the formula, because P is equal to K into rho, so density will be P upon K. The value pressure P we have already obtained. So putting the value here, we get the value of density within the tube at any point, and it is given by pi upon K into e raised to the power omega square into r square minus A square divided by 2K. So this gives us the density of the air within the tube at any point. Now our next problem is a box is filled with heavy gas at a uniform temperature. We are to prove that if A is the altitude of highest point above the lowest, P and P dash are the pressures at these points, then the ratio of pressure to density at any point is equal to Ag upon log of P dash by P. Now to prove this, let us take P is the pressure and rho is the density at a height z from the sea level, and at the height z minus a, let us take value of pressure is P dash and value of density is rho dash. Now because the differential equation of pressure is given by dP is equal to minus rho g dz, and value of pressure that is given by Boyle's law, because we are given that the gas is at uniform temperature, so we can use Boyle's law, and according to that law value of pressure is varying directly as the density, so P is equal to K into rho. Now we can divide the two equations and integrate. We get log of P is equal to C minus Gz upon K. Now when the value of pressure is P dash, value of pressure is P dash when Z is Z minus A. So we can use this condition here. We get log of P dash is equal to C minus G into Z minus A upon K. Now we can subtract these two equations. We get log of P dash minus log of P is equal to Ga upon K. Now because P is equal to K into rho, so the ratio of pressure to density, that becomes Ag upon log of P dash minus log of P. Now this expression is log of P dash upon P. So we get the ratio of pressure to density at any point, which is given by Ag upon log of P dash upon P. Now our next problem is related to center of pressure. Find the equation of the curve symmetrical about a vertical axis such that when it is immersed with its highest point at half the depth of lowest point, the center of pressure may bisect the axis. Let us take, this is a curve which is symmetrical about this vertical line OX. This line OX we have taken as x-axis. So center of pressure that will lie on this line. Let us take the length OA, that is h. Now because we are given that the highest point is at half the depth of the lowest point. So if the depth of highest point, that is h, it means the depth of lowest point from the point O, that will be 2h. So we can say that OA dash, that will be 2h. And also we are given that center of pressure bisect the axis. So if we take P is center of pressure, then we can say that this P is midway between point A and A dash. Now this distance is h, this distance is also h. So AP, that will be h by 2. So the length OP, that will be h plus h by 2. So that will be 3 by 2 times of h. Now because we have to find the equation of the curve which is symmetrical about this vertical axis, let us take the equation of the curve is y is equal to f of x. F of x means a function of x. Now by the formula for depth of center of pressure, it is given by integral x into p into 2y dx upon integral p into 2y dx. Now pressure is rho into g into x. Putting the value here in numerator as well as denominator, the terms 2 rho g, that will be cancelled from both the integrals. So we get integral x square y upon integral xy. Now limits of integration varies from h to 2h, and value of y is f of x. So we can say that because the depth of center of pressure, that is 3 by 2h, so the ratio of these two integrals, that will be 3 by 2h. Now from here by cross multiplication we get integral x square fx between the limits h to 2h is equal to 3 by 2 times of h into integral of x into f of x between the limits h to 2h. Now let us differentiate both sides. Now here the integral that will be cancelled out with derivative. So substituting the limits 2h and h in this expression. When upper limit is substituted here, this will become 4h square into f of 2h. And at lower limit h, this will become h square f of h. On the right side, by using product rule of differentiation, 3 by 2h as it is, the derivative of this term, that is 2h into f of 2h minus h into f of h, plus 3 by 2 into this will remain as it is, derivative of h, that will be 1. Now after simplifying this, we have obtained h square into f of 2h plus half of h square f of h is equal to 3 by 2 times of integral of x into f of x between the limits h to 2h. Now again differentiating here, we can consider h square as first function and f of 2h plus half f of h as second function. So here applying product rule of differentiation, derivative of h square is 2h, this expression as it is, then h square as it is, derivative of this term, that will be f dash 2h into 2 plus half of f dash h. On the right side, 3 by 2 is constant and derivative of this term, that will be 2h into f of 2h minus h into f of h. Simplifying this equation and replacing h by x. Finally, we get the equation of the curve, which is given by x into 4 times f dash 2x plus dy by dx is equal to 2 times f of 2x minus 5 times y. Here y is f of x and dy by dx, that is f dash x. So this gives us the solution of the required problem.